The Trial of Maki Zenin by CJ DeChamp. So, alright, we had enough little gloom and doom shit the past few weeks. I need some shit that activates my fucking, is it cortisol? Whatever the fuck makes me happy, gang. I'm sick of all the doom and gloom shit. I think I need some anime. Talk about that Jujutsu Kaisen. So this is your spoiler warning. If you are not caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen, go catch up and stop being a lame ass nigga. Let's get into this shit.
And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I gotta get this off my chest real quick. Cause who was bro right here feeling like, bro, look at him. He was walking up all confident, doing all this extra shit just to get dropped in 0.5 seconds. Like, come on, dog. You are a background character. You ain't even got a name. Know your role, nigga. You are not that guy, pal.
Bro.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special emergency impromptu mini trial. Yeah, not gonna lie, these is back-to-back videos that was not planned, but after what I've seen and witnessed again, I had to make another detour because good God, Maki Zenin, bro.
Bro, my new GOAT, bro. Maki, Totoya Maya, Maki. I don't know what the fuck I just said. But bro, he released this video like a week ago. I've been wanting to react to this shit ever since, but I haven't had the chance, bro. Maki is a fucking demon. This episode was so fucking peak, bro. Oh my God, this shit was so fucking peak. I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, them niggas in Japan hated this shit. I don't know how, gang. This shit was a fucking masterpiece, bro.
Like, if you've already seen this episode of JJK, you knew this video was coming. Because this was generally one of the craziest things I've ever seen. She literally just wiped the whole bloodline off the map. So with that being said, it's trial time,
bro,
baby. So y'all,
we literally saw what it would have looked like if we got Itachi slaughtering the Uchiha clan animated, basically. Like, this shit was peak, bro. I don't care. This shit was peak. Oh my God, like, bro, fucking did this nigga triflingly, like rightfully so, did them niggas even more triflingly fucking humiliated the fuck out of these fucking potential man ass niggas. And then this nigga with these fucking pillow ass punches, bro, oh my God. I need more Maki. I need more Maki. The whole episode was basically just her fucking aura farming.
And we counting how many bodies got dropped at the end of this. So let's not waste no more time. Without further ado, Exhibit Z, wiping the Zenin clan off the map. Now, since this is a trial and we are reviewing a pretty massive crime, let's go ahead and get the main question out the way first. Was Maki booming her entire clan justified?
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie,
yes.
I'm here to tell you right now, yes.
Yep.
100% yes. All these sorry ass fraudulent ass niggas had to go. Just straight up, these niggas suck. Big three family my ass. Like, bro, on some real shit, the Zenin clan might be one of the most toxic fictional families of all time. I mean, they are competing with the big dogs of dog shit families. Like, they running with the Mishimas, the Hanmas, the Targaryens, the Royal.
Damn, he put him up with the Targaryens? I don't know about the Mishimas, but the Targaryens
with the Mishimas. The Hanmas.
Bro, all I know about the Hanmas is the dynamic between fucking Gojiro and, wait, is that his name? Is it Gojiro? I think it is. Gojiro and fucking Baki. And yeah, they're toxic as shit.
The Targaryens.
And don't even get me started, bro. Oh, have y'all been watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Peak. I ain't gonna lie. Only 4 episodes in, ain't nothing crazy as hell happened yet, but peak. I love that show. That show, bro. The Game of Thrones, like, universe is, like, just amazing. I love it. I don't care.
The royal family of the Fire Nation.
Bro, this fucked up ass family. Shout out my goat Iroh, bro.
Like, these niggas were terrible. The only thing these greedy motherfuckers valued in life was status and power. Like, for example, if you had low curse energy or your curse technique didn't meet up to their standard, they treated you like garbage. Like they wouldn't even look at your ass. And oh Lord, don't even get me started on the misogyny. This motherfucker Naoya, bro, had to go. This nigga is basically what would happen if Fresh and Fit did the fusion dance. They turned into this motherfucker. I mean, the stuff he was saying about women, like, good God, bro was talking crazy. And last but not least, and one of the prime reasons they had to get packed up was because of her ugly ass, old ass, black-eyed daddy. This man might be in the running for one of the worst dads in anime history.
Bro,
like him and
he killed his daughters because one, her power level was weak. Not that she did anything wrong or wasn't like strong in her own right. She wasn't as strong as the other competing sorcerers, and he felt that held him back. The other had like little to no power at all, even though she was still strong in her own right, that she had no curse in her. Bro, he murked him off of that, and his little fragile ass ego couldn't take the fact that that nigga was just a bitch, and that was the reason why he couldn't become the head of the clan. Like, that shit is so crazy. Honestly, I think he probably is worst father of the year in anime. Honestly.
Her sorry ass mama both had to go.
Honestly.
I mean, this nigga really made a whole plan to slime out his own daughters. Oki literally hated Maki and Mai simply because he thought that his daughters was the reason he wasn't named head of the clan. I mean, the first thing Maki sees when she comes back home is her father standing over her sister's body after he beat the dog water out of her. Then he decides to cut his own daughter down in cold blood, and then he proceeds to drag both of his children's bodies through a dark hallway and throws both of them in a chamber full of curses and leaves his own children in there for dead. These niggas had to go. Every last one of them. Because these motherfuckers were generally terrible people. So when Mai told Maki to destroy it all and sacrifices herself because her literal existence was nerfing Maki because of the whole identical twin thing in JJK. This was the last day on Earth.
I'll also say that the power system in JJK is so fucking complicated, and I feel like it's for no reason. Because they have some of the most simplest concepts, but they just overcomplicate it like shit. They overcomplicate the fuck out of it.
Every last person in the Zenin compound that day, because since Mai took all the curse energy with her when she passed, it left Maki with none. And with the heavenly restriction that she has, she basically got a game-breaking buff and became a physical freak of nature, just like her deadbeat uncle. So the first victim of Maki's massacre was her bum-ass deadbeat dad, and she made quick work of his sorry ass. Hell, he was so scared when he felt her aura, this nigga thought Toji came back from the dead like the Undertaker. But nah, bro charged up his attack just for my—
Bro, I be getting him and Toto confused most of the time. Like Toto, like
Maki to hit him with a
I like it, cut G.
Cook that nigga. He ain't even had time to fucking react.
Took
bro.
the nigga's dome piece off.
Well,
after she dropped off her sorry ass pops, next up on the chopping block were the Ł unit. And this is the moment where Maki turned into the bride. Cause the way she was
the amount of people that I've seen that did not get that reference is insane. This shit was amazing. I loved everything about this scene. This scene
really
was
had me
so
thinking
good,
I was watching
bro.
the anime adaptation of Kill Bill. Now, let's set the scene. After her pops got a fresh lineup, the whole compound ended up going on lockdown, and Maki ended up getting surrounded by the Ł unit. A bunch of nameless Zenin clan NPCs with no curse techniques that ranks were filled up with a bunch of bald niggas and motherfuckers with butts cause that have never had a tip fade or a lineup ever in their life. But luckily for the Ł unit, they were surrounding the best barber in Jujutsu Society. So a bunch of them end up running at her, but she swings once and gets a quadruple kill. Then after she drops the first four, she just casually starts to walk down these niggas.
Like, she dead, did all of this
just
walking them niggas
and sliced them down the middle. And while she was mid-air, she hits his sword and it was straight into this dude's neck. So after she wiped out the first wave of dudes, this one bald nigga, and I ain't gonna hold y'all, I gotta get this off my chest real quick, cause who was bro right here feeling like? Like, bro, look at him. He was walking up all confident, doing all this extra shit just to get dropped in 0.5 seconds. Like, come on, dog. You are a background character. You ain't even got a name. Know your role, nigga. You are not that guy, pal. So after this bald nigga lost all of his aura, Maki just continued to brutally murder everyone in sight. Nobody in that room was safe. She was styling on these niggas so hard the screen turned gray and black, just like when the bride ripped the dude's eyes out. Now, as she continued to cut everyone down, we get to one of her most brutal kills. She drops down like she's about to do a hell sweep, but she kicks this dude in the gut. And this kick was so hard, it literally made this dude's head explode. Yeah,
I don't even remember that, bro. But like, you got to think about how strong she is in this moment. Like, their physical like strength just got amplified into like unknown like crazy ass amounts, gang. Maki is so fucking her. Maki
these
is
dudes
so
and
hurt.
I just saw one of my homies go out like that, I'm gonna be real, I'm hopping on a plane and I'm leaving Japan ASAP. Because I'm not about to lose my life for this shit, gang. A
Like, she
nigga
just showed
just
them
exploded.
niggas,
You got
bro.
me.
She just showed them niggas that she didn't even need the sword, bro. Like, you couldn't even tell where that shit just came from, gang.
A nigga
You couldn't even tell where that shit came from. That shit just like, yo, that shit remind me of the scene in fucking Multiverse of Madness where Scarlet Witch had made the bull close his mouth. Like, he removed his mouth, so when he tried to say something, that shit stayed in his head, and he just, bro.
exploded. You got me f***ed up. So after she just exploded bro's cranium, these two come in and swing, but they get instantly decapitated. Then this one tries to attack her, but she hits the limbo and gives this nigga one of the nastiest side eyes. She really looked at bro like,
Are you serious, my brother?
then cuts his sword in half. And while bro was just left in disbelief, he had no time to think about his next move, cause he ended up getting split in two. Then she ends up jumping up top. And look at this brother right here. You can tell just by the look in his eyes that he done already doodled his pants. And he's regretting his entire life right now. Bro is probably in his head cursing his parents for birthing him in this family. Maki ends up cutting them all down and painting the wall red, and finally puts that one guy out of his misery. Then she ends up pulling off one of the sauciest sequences in anime history. She jumps down and starts sliding on the blood and
That
goes
shit
like
was
10
so
niggas.
hard.
Then while she was still
Bro,
sliding,
oh
one
my
dude tries to hit her,
God.
but she ends up hitting the limbo again and ends up transitioning into a bicycle kick and snatches bro's ankles.
That shit
Then the
was so
last guy in the
hard.
sequence got done the dirtiest out of everyone. She slid on the blood while
That shit was so hard, bro. That shit was so swaggy. That shit was so swaggy. Why did she slide up like that? Just also like, bro.
She slid on the
She's
blood
so
while
swag,
standing
bro.
upright and pulled up in front of this dude's face. And she stared into his soul and hit him with a
1-inch punch.
Hand me the black amount.
Not gonna lie, this might be one of the
Cooked
most
them.
disrespectful moments of all time, simply because of how nonchalant she was while doing this. She really slid on the blood and passed
Bro,
by
that shit
all
was
of these
so
niggas
swag,
and singled
bro.
dude out specifically, just to hit him with a 1-inch punch and send him flying. Like, that is just flat out ridiculous. So she runs up to this one dude and she packs him up just like Anakin did to Count Dooku, as she cuts his hands clean off and disarms him. And while this dude was screaming in pain, his sword that ended up flying landed on top of this dude's dome. Dude wasn't even expecting it. Poor guy died because of collateral damage. So as Maki continued to cut down the last wave of Zenin NPCs, she decides to finish him off with a Devil May Cry combo. She starts to swing and chop up every nigga in the room. So when
That
she
shit was
finally stands
insane.
upright, everybody else in the room drops dead. And with that, Maki just casually dropped off the entire Kukuru unit that consists.
Bro, that was probably one of the best sequences of anime that I ever. Bro, this whole episode, bro. This whole episode is just tough.
Did over 100+ niggas. She dropped off over 100 people in that room in about 2 minutes. That's just pure wicked work right there. So after the Kukuru unit was wiped out, we move on to our next set of victims, who were known as the Ÿ. Now the Ÿ consisted of the strongest sorcerers in the Zenin clan. All these dudes were semi-grade 1 sorcerers or higher. So on paper, these niggas should not be bums. But Maki didn't give a damn who they were, cause she was here to expose these bums for the frauds that they were. So the first thing that she does is instantly speed blitz Nobuaki, the captain of the Kukuru unit. And she wasted little to no time on his sorry ass.
Yup.
Tried to lunge in to attack Maki, but she closed
Bro.
the distance and
Bro, I'm sorry. I keep pausing. Bro, this whole sequence is just swag, bro. She was just aura farming these niggas, gang.
like 2
Bro,
seconds.
look how she
and
slid
cut
in
his
this
sword
bitch, bro.
into pieces. Then she ripped his throat out, and the front piece of his sword that ended up getting broken off flew back and dove him in the back of the head.
Insane.
Not gonna
bro.
lie, this has to be her most brutal kill in this whole case, because this was just flat out disgusting. She really just grabbed him by the neck and ripped out his trachea.
That's crazy.
And
I
while
didn't even
dude
know
was
she
bleeding
grabbed his neck. I thought it was his eye. Like, that makes sense, though. Like, bro, oh my God.
and gasping for air, his own sword hits the reverse and throws him in the head. Like, good God, that is just pure brutality. So next up was the old man with the mohawk. And just look at him in this frame. You know damn well his old ass didn't know what the hell was going on. Unk had no business being here. Maki was so fast she popped up in his face for a good 2 seconds. And you see his death from his POV. Maki ripped his eyes out.
Oh, it was his eyes. I was about to say, I knew she ripped somebody's eyes out. I didn't know if it was Boy or his.
He brutally murdered a senior citizen who probably had Alzheimer's disease. So after she took out the first two, she ends up getting hit by this gravity magic attack by this rat tail looking motherfucker. And he was trying to hold her down for this ore farmer Janichi to not.
Bro, oh my god, bro. The way they did this shit. And it's crazy because these niggas fucking curse techniques actually looked comp, bro. They looked fucking comp. And then they just, bro, just watch.
Do shit! Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'ma be 100% real with y'all. This Janichi nigga had my ass fooled, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be one of them ones. I mean, look at the nigga. He looked the part. He looking like Uvo from Hunter x Hunter. He was Toji's brother, for Christ's sake.
Facts.
I thought he was
bro, I found that shit out like a few days later. I'm like, bro, this nigga was Toji's brother. Which explains why the fuck this nigga had so much aura coming into this shit. Just, yo.
Like that. But no, my disappointment was immeasurable. He hits Maki with the same move Deku hit Overhaul with. Crazy. Just a massive barrage of punches that ended up manifesting into a bunch of giant fists. And it looks like this attack should have done something. Hell, the explosion the attack gave off looks like a nuke just got set off. But when the dust clears, the first person that you see is Ranta. And his little rat-tailed ass was bleeding out because he was trying to hold down Maki so Janichi could kill her. And he thinks that he is dying at peace, thinking that his boy Janichi just finished the job. So when he finally dies, you see Maki walk out of the smoke. And when she walks past him, she is carrying Janichi's head. This
bro did them niggas so dirty. Killed one by just moving out of his technique and off-screened Toji's brother, bro. That is actually crazy.
Kid Ranta died living a false reality because his sacrifice meant nothing. Bro died just for Janichi's sorry ass to not do shit and lose every bit of aura bro had. So after the fraudulent four got packed up, the last man standing was none other than the leader of the Zenin clan's most elite squad of bums, the misogynistic tickle monster himself, Naoya. And this wide-mouthed, lockjawed, crooked-toothed looking motherfucker probably gave Maki the best spa day she's ever had in her life. I'm his 5-star customer service. He is massaging every muscle on her body at 24 frames per second. That shit probably feels amazing. Then he got to his chiropractic bag. Nigga started to throw her in the mountains and shit, making sure her bones and joints were loose from all that tension, cause he knew her back had to hurt from carrying this episode so damn hard. So after about a good 12 seconds when the massage was finally over, we get to the demise of Naoya. And one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. Maki ends up squatting down into the stance of a sumo wrestler. And she just stands here and waits patiently to swat this nigga like the fly that he was. So while Naoya was running to use his finishing move, Maki basically figured out
the way they did his technique though was tough. The way they showed that nigga technique though it is crazy because they hyped up these niggas so much, put so much effort into their fucking techniques just for them to get fucking swatted, bro.
How his technique works and downloaded his movements and read him.
Bro, they thought they were swag until they ran into a real swag it, my nigga.
She turns around and stares into this nigga's soul. Fist cocked back and loaded. And you can see it in Naoya's face. Bro is looking like the two dudes from the last video that were in the same exact situation. And he was probably thinking the same thing they were in his last moments.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Oh my god. Disintegrated this nigga's soul, fucking skull, bro. Fatality. Like that shit literally broke into fragments of fragments of fragments. Like, yo.
And with his face caved in and skull shattered, the strongest misogynist in history was cooked. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the final on-screen victim of the Zenin clan massacre. And it was none other than her sorry-ass mama. And the way she killed her was actually very unsettling. She was basically walking around and playing hide and seek with her while calling out, "Mother," in a tone that felt like she was just trying to talk. with the intentions of killing her. She was moving like an actual serial killer. So when she finally found her, you can just see the terror on her face because her own daughter that she treated like garbage was about to take her life. And Maki didn't even hesitate to do it. She slit her throat and that was that. Ball game. Now let me give her sorry ass mama a little credit. She did make sure to send Naoya's two-faced Harvey looking ass back to the lobby with the rest of the family. But with that though, every single member of the Zenin clan that was at the compound that day were dead. And Maki's mother was the
finished them niggas. Oh my god, bro. This episode was so
last on-screen victim of the massacre. Now I say last on screen because guess what? Job's not finished. Because when Mai said destroy it all, she really meant destroy it all. Because after she massacred everybody at the compound that day, she went off and boomed every other Zenin clan member.
Bro, she killed, bro, yo.
That wasn't there that day. She took every last one of these niggas off the map. You wasn't even safe if you wasn't even at the compound that day. She still found those niggas and killed them. And she completely eradicated the entire bloodline to the point where they ended up getting kicked out of the big three families and their entire family legacy was ruined. Now, last thing to complete this entire exhibit. Let's estimate how many people she actually killed. Now, with the resources we got, we can make a pretty good estimate. So let's look at this family photo right here. Every person in this photo besides nõbito got killed by Maki. And that would be a total of 112. And adding her sorry ass mama, that's 113. Now let's look at everybody. That's 112. And adding her sorry toe got killed by Maki. And that would be
that's 100 niggas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 100 niggas.
A total of 112. And adding her sorry ass mama, that's 113. Now let's look at everybody that was not at the compound. She killed the other 6 members of the Hei that weren't there that day, 9 members of the Akashi, and 21 other members of the Kukuru unit. So if we add in those other bodies, she dropped off 149 of these niggas. Oh my goodness! Now, this is not a confirmed number. This is just my estimate. But not gonna lie, that is one wicked kill death ratio.
Yes, it is. And
and with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is an easy pass. Light work, no reaction. She really exposed how fraudulent the Zenin clan actually was. Like, it's actually hilarious when you look at this. This clan prides itself off of curse techniques and curse energy. And the fact that all these grown-ass men got wiped off the map by a 16-year-old girl that didn't have a drop of that shit is hilarious. Their legacy is cooked. And you know, all this could have been avoided if they just listened to nõbito's will. But hey, they can all have that conversation down there while they burning in hell. Also, for the crime, not guilty. Them niggas had to go. Free Maki, nigga. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
WVid, bro. Shout out to CJ the Champ. He always come through with the fire-ass commentary on anime, bro. But yeah, bro, Maki is fucking her. That shit was so fucking comp. Like I said, if you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen for some reason, if you watch this video and you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen, go watch that shit. That shit's peak, bro. Like, especially the season so far has been fucking peak. Them Japan niggas, bro, they're fucking bugging. Everything I've seen so far has been fucking amazing. Like, they're really tripping, gang. But WVid.
Fo, get them going, coughing up the slugs. Niggas for money, don't steal, it's not enough.